Hello guys, welcome to Super Education. In this video, I'll be showing you how to do synthetic division. Synthetic division is a method often involved in extracting the roots of an equation in one variable of any degree. So, first off, I will start off by an example of a cubic equation. X cubed plus 5x squared minus x minus 5 equals 0. Now, this is a cubic equation and you cannot solve this equation by using the quadratic method. So what are we going to do? First off, we are going to substitute different values for x, for which we will get this equation equals to 0. So first, if I put x equals to 0, I won't get the value of this expression as 0. So this is wrong. If I take x equals to 1, what will I get? X cubed will be 1 plus 5 into 1 minus 1 minus 5. Now this is equal to 0, which means that 1 satisfies this equation. So x minus 1 is a root of this equation. Now once we get this a value which will satisfy this equation, we will write that value down, draw a line, and we will copy the coefficients of the different terms as well as the constant term with their signs. So the coefficient of x cube over here is 1, x square is 5, x is minus 1, and constant term is minus 5. Now what am I going to do is I'm going to drop down the first value 1 as it is down here. Now I will multiply this with multiply 1 with this 1. So 1 into 1 is 1, and I will add this 5 plus 1 is 6. Now the same way, 1 times 6 will give me 6, and if I add this I will get minus 1 plus 6 is 5. Now if I multiply this 1 times 5 I will get 5, and if I add this I will get 0. Now this term is very important. You must get 0 over here. If you do not get 0 in the end, you must check your method. Once you get 0, what am I going to do is I'm going to take this one root as x minus 1 times x square plus 6x plus 5 equals 0. What did I do over here? I just copied the coefficients and I have written this as a quadratic expression. I will explain it properly in the next example. Now, once you do this, you know that this is already a root. So now you can extract root of this equation by quadratic method, which is and x plus 5 and x plus 1. They are the roots of this equation. So in total there are 3 roots in a cubic equation which is satisfied. So we get x minus 1, x plus 5, x plus 1 are the roots. Now, hope you all understand this method. Now I will show you all another example with a fourth order equation. So the equation will be x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 11x square minus 5x plus 30 equals 0. Now this is a fourth root expression. Over here, if I put x equals to 0, what will I get? 0 plus 0 minus 0 minus 0 plus 30, which is not equal to 0. If I put x equals to 1, what will I get? 1 plus 1 minus 11 minus 5 plus 30. Now, if you can already make it out that this number will never be equal to 0. If I put x equals to minus 1, what will I get? 1 minus 1 minus 11 plus 5 plus 30, which will also not be equal to 0. Now, if I put x equals to 2, what will I get? 2 raised to 4 is 16 plus 2 cube is 8 minus 444 minus 10 plus 30, which is equal to 0. Now, once we find out that x equals 2 is a root of this equation, so x minus 2 is a root. Now, since x minus 2 is a root of this equation, what are you going to do? Is copy down the value, draw a line, copy the coefficients of the x terms as well as the constant term with their signs 1, 1, minus 11, minus 5 and 30. Now, what am I going to do is drop down the first value over here, multiply this over here, 2 times 1 is 2, add this 3, same way again multiply this, 2 3s are 6, 6 minus 11 plus 6 is minus 5, 2 5s are 10 and with a negative sign it becomes minus 10, add this minus 15, 2 times 15 is minus 30 and when you add this you will get 0. Again you are getting a 0 over here as well as a 0 over here, which means it's correct. Now once you get this value, you want to write down the equation again, which is x minus 2, which is the first equation that we found out by the trial method, and x cube plus 3x squared minus 5x minus 15 equals 0. This is what we got over here, and I wrote it in terms of cubic. Now you have to again follow the synthetic division method to find the roots of this equation, which I will show you now. First I'm going to write this off separately, and now what am I going to do is again put some values. X equals to 0, what will I get? 0 plus 0 minus 0 minus 15 not equal to 0. X equals to 1, what will I get? 1 plus 3 minus 5 minus 15, which is also not equal to 0. X equals to minus 1, what will I get? Minus 1 plus 3 plus 5 minus 15 is also not equal to 0. Now if I put x equals to 2, what will I get? 2 cube is 8 plus 2 4 3s are 12 minus 10 minus 15 is also not equal to 0. Now if I put x equals to minus 2, what will I get? Minus 8 plus 12 plus 10 minus 15, which is also not equal to 0. Now I have to put x equals to 3, what will I get? 3 cube is 27 plus 27 minus 15, which again is not equal to 0. But if I put x equals to minus 3, I will get minus 27 plus 27 plus 15 minus 15 is equal to 0. So x equals to minus 3 satisfies this equation. So I'm going to write it as a root as x plus 3 is a root. Now, if I get x plus 3 as a root, I'm going to write the value minus 3, draw a line, copy the coefficients over here. X cube is 1, 3x squared, 3 minus 5 for x and minus 15. Now, I'm going to drop down the first value, that is 1, over here. So, minus 3 times 1, minus 3. You will get 0. Now, don't panic if you get 0 over here. It happens. So, now multiply 3 times 0. You will get 0. 0 plus minus 5 is minus 5. And 3 times 15, 3 times 5 is positive 15, as there are two negative signs, which will give you again 0, which means it's correct. Now, I'll write the first root, that is x plus 3 times x square plus 0x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now I wrote this 0x just to show you that the coefficient of x over here is 0. So you can write x plus 3 times x square minus 5 equals 0. So x plus 3, and over here you can use the identity a square minus b square, that is x plus root 5 into x minus root 5, which is equal to 0. Over here again we got 3 roots. Thank you for... Oh yes, and we have one more root over here, which is x minus 2. Never forget it. Whenever lengthy problems are given, make sure that you write down all your values. So here we got a 4 roots for a fourth order equation, and 3 roots for a 3 order equation. Hope you guys understood our video, and thanks for watching. If you all have any queries or doubts, please comment us below.